Hey guys, we all know we have those times when we've got to go, but what if there's nowhere to go? Well, not anymore. With Go Guy, the pocket urinal, you're in control. Stuck in traffic? No worries. Whip, zip, and clip, and you're back on the road. At an event and lines to the bathrooms are longer than the stadium itself? Well, Go Guy lets you beat the wait and leave the line behind. Working the beat and fighting crime? Don't let the lack of facilities aid and abet your suspect. Let Go Guy subdue the problem. Or if you're just at a point in your life where you're losing control, let Go Guy, the world's #1 pocket urinal, put your mind at ease. A great little product that everyone needs. It's safe, clean, easy to use, and biodegradable. So, what are you waiting for? When there's nowhere to go, go where you are with Go Guy, the world's #1 pocket urinal. The National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases reports that in 1 year, $16.3 billion was spent in direct expenditure for urinary incontinence in the U.S. Disposal of roadside pee bottles and other debris costs taxpayers upwards of $50 million a year in California alone. Law enforcement officers issue over 1 million citations a year for public urination. Hello. I'm Steve Gable, and I want to talk to you about urinating. That's right, urinating, a topic that's not often talked about or the most appealing to discuss. Yet, it's something that everyone in the world deals with a few times a day, and for some, possibly dozens of times a day. Considering the frequency of having to relieve oneself, it's interesting that it isn't discussed more frequently. Having to urinate, or plain old peeing, is not a popular activity either, and in some cases, it can even be a downright problem. From incontinence to lack of proper facilities or how to dispose of urine creates problems and embarrassment. Sometimes it can even lead to a run-in with the law, or even worse, put you in an unsafe situation. Well, all that's about to change, as Urine Control has developed Go Guy, the pocket urinal, a unique mobile male relief system that solves the problem of having to go. Go Guy is ergonomically designed, easy to use, sanitary, and economical. Go Guy is manufactured with quick-acting polymer crystals that ensure no spills, no odors, and no mess while handling, which, when you think about it, is a great asset when you consider the awkward situations you might find yourself in. Go Guy is easy to dispose of, and it's biodegradable, which means you're doing your part in keeping the earth green. We caught up with Dr. Anthony Catanese, urologist and physician, who was introduced to Go Guy. This is what he had to say.
Go Guy is really an amazing device. What it is, it's a heavy-duty plastic bag that is filled with a super absorbent deodorant powder so that if someone urinates into it, it quickly solidifies and there's no smell and no mess. The top is sealed tightly so that there's no leakage. And someone is able to duck into a closet and urinate if a bathroom isn't available, or they're able to go in their car, and there's no risk of getting stopped by a state trooper for indecent exposure. Holding the urine in for too long does have the danger of resulting in what we call urinary retention, or the inability to urinate. And as some of you know, the only treatment for that is the placement of a urinary catheter, which is quite uncomfortable. Go Guy is an amazing product that I've encouraged many of my patients to purchase. It's inexpensive. It puts the patient in control so they don't have to worry about incontinence. And it's something I've been very excited about in my practice. And for the last year, I've been handing them out as samples with great success.
Well, beyond the health benefits of Go Guy, there is the convenience of being in control, not having to worry, be embarrassed, or put yourself at risk of losing control. We caught up with Tom Perlmutter, the designer and inventor of Go Guy, who tells us a bit more about the product's design and its durability.
My name's Tom Perlmutter. I'm inventor of Urine Control, mobile male relief for men. Back in 1989, I invented the push-pull top on bottles of water that I currently hold a few patents for. It's a very popular product. There's trillions have been sold. The need for urine control came out of my desire to create a product that was simple and easy to use, that was small and compact, that could be stored inside of the vehicle. At any time when you need to go, you could just pull it out, open it up, and go inside, seal it up, and then put it down and not have to necessarily worry about the odor or leaking of the product. And then once you finally do get to your destination, you can throw it away at your next convenience. Well, my biggest concerns dealing with urine is leaking. I had to find a way to not only control and contain the urine, but to solidify it and neutralize the odor. When I came up with the design, I started off with a large, long poly bag so that it would fill easily and control the urine inside. Then one day I came up with the idea of polymer crystals. So the product comes embedded with polymer crystals inside. Once the urine starts to flow into the bag and contacts the polymer crystals, it solidifies the urine, contains the fluidness of it, and neutralizes the odor. So now when it's zipped up and closed, it's almost, you don't even know what's in the bag anymore. There's no smell, there's no odor, there's no sloshing around.
Okay, you've heard from the experts, medical and design. Now let's hear from everyday people about using GoGuy and how it's put them back in control.
My name is George Alford. I work at an airport. I've been there for a couple of years, and I work in an area that where I'm by myself a lot of the time. And if I ever have to go to the bathroom, I have to get somebody to come up and relieve me. Every 10 or 15 minutes, I have to go to the bathroom. So a couple of times I'll call somebody up, and the third or fourth time it starts to get old. And sometimes they can't just come in and relieve me, and I really need to be relieved. At those times, you're very uncomfortable. You can't leave the facility. You cannot be unmanned at all. The only thing I had in that little room was half a cup of coffee that I didn't want to ruin. But I ended up ruining it anyway because there was nothing I could do about it. So I filled a cup of coffee. Now that's not good. First off, it's unclean. Secondly, you don't want to get it mixed up with somebody else's coffee. When I was first introduced to GoGuy, I thought it was the most fabulous thing that I'd ever seen. I couldn't imagine there was something like that out there. Now, I don't have to worry about having to get somebody in there to relieve me. I don't have to worry about putting something where I don't want it, where nobody else wants it either. I can just take a minute, fill this thing up, zip it, and I'm out of there. It's out of here, so it's the greatest thing in the world. I've never seen anything like it. It's a fabulous piece of equipment.
My name is Elizabeth Gugliotta. I am a pharmaceutical sales representative. Well, many times I've had to take long-distance drives to Syracuse, New York to visit the family. And a lot of times as a woman being by myself and driving at night, I don't like using the truck stops. Whenever possible, I try not to stop at the truck stops because I want to be safe. I want my children to be safe. And so the GoGuy has come in very handy for my son when we do these 6-hour drives to Syracuse, New York. I can pack a lunch, I can pack snacks, we can eat in the car, we don't need to stop at these truck stops, and having GoGuy in hand has been very handy for those long night drives to Syracuse.
My name is Buddy White and I live in Seekonk, Massachusetts. I'm 88 years old and I've had problems with my kidney. As I said, over the years I developed a problem where controlling my urine was a very serious problem. And it was very embarrassing at times, actually very embarrassing. And I've had many things recommended, but I have never found anything like this GoGuy. That was the answer.
I'm Kathleen McMahon. We were at a Bruce Springsteen concert, and I don't know, at the tailgate, there's like tons of people waiting for bathrooms, and sometimes right at the end, they get more full because everybody's getting ready to go into the concert. So we were waiting, and then we remembered, oh my God, we've got GoGuy. So Tom went and got one, and then we handed them out to all the people waiting, and they were like, thanks, you saved my life, because then we all used them, and then the guys were able to get into the concert right away. And it was just like, of course, why not?
Well, I'm Sherry Alf, and I'm mom to 3 kids. GoGuy, one of the other things I love about it is that it now is completely biodegradable. We're kind of a family that is very conscious of our impact, our footprint on the earth, and so we weren't real keen on throwing something plastic away, especially plastic containing, bodily fluids. So this being 100% biodegradable makes it all that much more attractive to us. So the fact that it can decompose and go back to organic matter pretty quickly is a definite plus.
My name is Adam Alice, and I live in Bristol, Rhode Island. I remember I was performing in front of quite a large crowd, and it was me and my friend, and I had to go, so I just told him to kind of like do his own thing, and I jumped off, and it was literally probably 45 seconds, maybe a minute. and I was back on stage just to continue jamming out with them. It was that easy. Go Guy saved the show for me, definitely.
Well, there you have it. Go Guy, the pocket urinal. A simple to use product that alleviates many problems. The biggest thing this little product does for all of us is it puts us in control so we don't lose control. So remember, when there is nowhere to go, go where you are with Go Guy, the world's #1 pocket urinal. For more information and a free sample, visit AskGoGuy.com or call 1-800-313-0991.